My name is Dominique, and I am hosting an event called Brown Girls Heal. Brown Girls Heal is a virtual event that welcomes women of color to a safe space where we can discuss the impact that trauma has had on our life and also discuss how to move forward in a trauma-informed way. Brown Girls Heal is also an opportunity to understand the physical impact that trauma has on the body through way of trauma-informed yoga. During this session, we will explore several poses and also learn how to ask ourselves what we notice while sitting in those poses. A little more on that later. Again, my name is Dominique and I am hosting the event. I have been a yoga teacher for upwards of 6 years now, and I am also a graduate student studying social work. For the past 6 years, I have been studying the impacts that trauma has had on my own body and understanding how to move forward in my life in a trauma-informed way. What does that mean to live in a trauma-informed way? Well, it's an understanding of how our body has adapted to past traumatic incidents. And when you have an understanding of the way your specific and unique body responds to its environment, you are able to move throughout the world with more autonomy. You're able to understand why you react the way you react to certain stimulus. And there is such power in knowing yourself. That's what I learned on my journey, and that's what I would like to share with you. What should you expect during the 90 minutes that we will spend together? The first thing that we will do is a group temperature check. I will ask every member of the group how they are feeling in that moment, and it will be on a scale. Maybe I'll ask if your emotions could be compared to the weather. How are you feeling today? Would it be sunny? Would it be cloudy? Something along those lines. It's very important for me to express that this is not group therapy. The purpose of Brown Girls Heal is to give individuals a space where they can become more aware of how their body has adapted to trauma. There are a couple of things that you can do with this information. The first would be to take this information to a licensed therapist or to your caseworker and discuss what you've learned about yourself. Now, if you do not have access to a therapist, the second thing you can do is take this information and start to create a healing plan for yourself. A lot of us do not have insurance where we have the ability to access therapists on our own, but that doesn't mean that we cannot start our own healing journey. Brown Girls Heal is supposed to be an accessible way to heal. A lot of us do not have the resources that are often required to understand ourselves and to grow. So it is my intention to offer Brown Girls Heal as a tool to help you on your journey, whether you have access to a licensed therapist or if you are walking on this journey on your own. After the temperature check, we will have a short lesson on trauma and the nervous system, just so you can have a better understanding of what we're actually doing and the science behind it. Next, we will move into breath work. In the previous step, we discussed the nervous system. So after that, we will start to explore the way our body reacts to different breathing patterns. That way, when you're done with the class, you can immediately apply the information by way of the breath. Next, we will do a bit of chair yoga or seated yoga. The yoga that we will experiment with in this class is very different from the yoga that you would do in a studio. This is an exploratory practice where we will be either seated on the ground or in a chair and is meant to be accessible to people from all backgrounds and people who have different levels of mobility. So if you have not done yoga before, do not feel like this is not for you. I do assure you there will be different directives given so that you have the opportunity to experience the poses in your body, again, whether you are on the floor or in a chair. After we do these poses, we will go around and comment on what we noticed. Again, this is not group therapy. We will not be trauma dumping on each other, but instead learning how to articulate what we notice, learning how to articulate our emotional responses without feeling like we have to justify that articulation with "this is my entire life story." I do care about your life story, but I think that it is such a powerful tool to be able to maintain and articulate what we feel in the moment without feeling like we have to spill everything, all the contents of our heart. And finally, we will close with a meditation, sealing everything that we've learned in the 90 minutes and putting it in our pocket and taking it with us. Now you know all about Brown Girls Heal. You know exactly what to expect. When is the event? Well, I'm going to do this once a month. So depending on when you watch this video, you may have already missed the date and you can sign up for next month, or who knows, it could be coming up soon. So you just check the description box to see when the next Brown Girls Heal will take place. And finally, the big question, how much will this event cost? Like I said, it is my intention to make this event accessible to those who have access to a licensed therapist and those who do not. So for this event, I will be charging $15. And if $15 is not in your budget, I will also be offering hardship vouchers. If you would like to discuss a hardship voucher, you can email me at brownandbendy@gmail.com, and I would be happy to discuss this with you. And that is everything you need to know about Brown Girls Heal. If you feel in your heart like you are ready to take the next step on your healing journey, I would love to walk with you. Go ahead and check out the link in the description box to sign up for the next event. I'll see you soon.